today's video, I'll be doing an oil change for a 2008 CBR1000. I've had the bike about a month or so, and it has about 21,000 miles on it. So I thought I'll do an oil change on it. So the tools that you'll be needing for today is a 12mm socket wrench with the little extension, a 5mm Allen key. I know this one is pretty small, but it should do the job. And the user manual, they recommend the 10W30. I chose this one because it was easy to get, and it says it's motor oil on it. And you'll need about 4 of these because it's 1 quart, and it takes about 3.9. Oil filter change as well. I use K&N. You can use any other brand, but this one is pretty easy because it has the nut on top, so it's pretty easy to get in and out, and it's already greased. Now if you use another brand, I believe it doesn't come greased on this part right here, so you'll need to use some kind of grease. I got this from Walmart. And we'll need a funnel to put the oil in, of course, and we'll be doing a chain service too as well today. The tools for that, you'll need a chain degreaser. I got this from Walmart. And you need a chain lube too, of course. And you can use a toothbrush or any kind of brush. I have this for now. If you have rust on your chain, I would recommend using this Loctite brush dissolver from AutoZone. I forgot to mention that if you're using the K&N oil filter, you'll be needing a 17mm socket to screw it in. The first step that you need to do after getting all the tools ready is to warm up your bike for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then after that, I would recommend getting it on a rear stand because it's easier to work with this way. After that, we need to take this screw off on the bottom cowl. There are 2 screws. There's one right here on this side, and there are 2 on the other side. There are 2 screws as well. There's this one right here, and the other one is right under there. We'll use the 5mm Allen key to take them off. We got these screws on this side, and we'll take the other 2 from the other side. So after taking the screws on both sides off, there are about like 4 clips that you have to undo before you get it down. So after unscrewing both of the bolts on each side, there's this clip right here, and on the bottom, and the same on the other side that you just have to pull down. Mine came out pretty easy. Didn't take a whole lot of time. You might need to use a screwdriver for this part right here. These 2 parts. You might need to use a flathead screwdriver for it to come off, but mine came out pretty easy, and it's pretty dirty. So if you're taking it out, you might want to clean it too as well. So the next part, after taking the bottom cowl off, you'll need to unscrew this right here, and you can use the 5mm Allen key to do that, so you can have more room to get the oil filter out, and the drain bolt for the oil drain bolt. To unscrew the oil drain bolt, this one right here. You can use gloves for this part. Maybe that would be a good idea. Now, I've waited for all the oil to drain out, and then after that, you will want to change the oil filter. I looked at it, and I think the person who had it before me, he already changed the oil filter on it because it says it's K&N. So I think that should be a whole lot easier to get out than the stock one. So we'll take that out now. Yep, it came out pretty easy. That oil to come out too from the filter. I'm not changing the filter oil with the oil change. You don't have to use all 4 bottles because the oil filter does take a good amount of oil to fill it inside of it. Now after draining all the oil out and taking all the oil filter and waiting for it all to come out, the next thing you want to do is put the oil drain ball back into place. And like I said before, if you don't have the K&N, the one that has all the grease all around it, I would really recommend doing that. You don't really want to tie in the drain bolt too much, just so it won't break inside, or it'll be hard for you to get it out the next time you change the oil. Now the next part is putting the oil filter in, and you need to take the stop part off. And the same thing for the oil filter, you don't want to really put it so tight. After that, you would want to put the measuring stick back in its place and start putting the oil in. I really do recommend using a funnel, and make sure it's clean from the inside too as well and out. So just so you won't get nothing inside the engine. So after putting all the 4 bottles in, it wasn't neat. I might use more than 4 bottles for now, but that's all I have. That's all I have for now is 4 bottles. It uses more than that. So after that, we'll need to put everything back in its place. To put the bottom cowl back in its place, it's really not that hard. You snap these parts right in its place. It wasn't that hard at all to do. There is right here too, under. Pretty simple, really. Once the other side is snapped back in its place, it will look the same as it was when we first started. So after changing the oil on it, you would want to turn the bike on for about 10-15 minutes just to let all the oil run through the engine and stuff. I had it run for about 15 minutes or so. The longer, the better, of course. Now for the chain cleaning part, I would really recommend using something under the bike, just so all the liquids and all the stuff won't be on your garage. And I do recommend a rear stand. I got this for like I think $40 from eBay, both the front and the rear, but I'm not using the front one for now. Yeah, it's pretty good. My bike only fell off of it like once. Not this bike. I had an R6 before this one, so I would say it's pretty decent. So after putting something under the bike, we'll start taking all this dirt off of the chain and the sprocket. After we get that part taken care of, this is just some kind of moving cardboard, not cardboard really, it's like kind of paper, put under it. We will start spraying the chain with this. I'll put everything that I use in this video in the description below, so it'll be easier for you to get it. So try to make a mark on where you started. For this chain, there's already this this right here is like a circle and it's already marked. So we'll just take the spray and try to do it evenly. Just do it all over the chain. And here's the mark where we started. So after spraying an even coat on both sides and the sprocket, you'll take a brush after that. And I'm using this kind of brush. You can use a toothbrush if you want to. Just try to brush sides as much as you can, and the sprocket too. And like, you can use whatever technique really works out best for you. I usually would let it roll with the other hand and just do that. Spraying it. After spraying the chain with the degreaser and the sprocket, you would want to take it outside and wash it through with the water. Sorry if it's a little windy, but I got it outside, so now I'm gonna just wash it through with water. After washing it out with water, we're gonna have to dry it after that. And I'll be using this towel. You can use any kind of dryer that you have. Just make sure to dry it out pretty good, because we'll be putting the chain lube after that. And you want your chain to be pretty dry. So I dried it with the towel. I'm gonna let it sit for like about 10-15 minutes just to make sure everything is dry on the bike. After waiting for it to dry out, the next thing we're gonna be doing is putting the chain lube on the chain. You want to take it first, of course, and make sure to get both sides of the chain and the middle it as even as possible. Like I said, at first you can mark it if you want to, like I did right here, just to know where you start and where to end. So after putting the chain lube on the chain, let it sit for at least like 30 minutes. Longer, the better. And that's it for today's video. It took me about, I want to say like maybe an hour, 30 minutes to get the oil change and the chain serviced. It's pretty easy. It's a whole lot cheaper than doing it at a dealership. You can get all these parts from Walmart, AutoZone, eBay. Any questions that you might have, just leave it in the comment section below and I'll try to answer it. Thank you.